Hello, this is Scott. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where I cover a variety of different data science analytics topics. And today we're going to talk about a series of demos that I'll be doing showing the integration between Spotfire and Statistica. Spotfire is a visual interface with capability to do data functions in Python, R, as well as Spotfire. Well, Statistica. Statistica is a powerful machine learning platform doing everything from AI, advanced statistics, and you can create these workflows. So instead of doing like a Python script or an R script, I can actually execute an entire workflow, and I can bring that and make that available within Spotfire. Spotfire is very easy, intuitive to use, and so a lot of people feel comfortable in it. The idea is that data science is a team sport, and you can have people that are using this visual interface that are less comfortable with some of the machine learning and data science topics. So again, the idea is to build out a workflow. These can be very complicated, everything from sourcing, munging, cleaning, and then developing machine learning models, and then make those outputs available, whatever they are, into Spotfire. So here I have this simple flow. I've got some data coming in from any source. This is credit data, and I'm recoding some outliers here. I'm doing some feature selection here. In other words, I'm actually determining what predictors are most important to predict good credit or bad credit. And then I'm applying some rules here, and then I'm creating a subset. So when I run this flow, the idea here is not necessarily what this flow is doing, but how we can interact with these flows. And again, this is very simple, but they can be quite complicated. So this is the output here for this flow, where I have the predictor importance for determining credit worthiness, good or bad. And so chi-square and p-values, which is a test of significance for that. So let's suppose that I want to make this data available. This output could be anything, and how would we connect this, put this in a file for somebody that just knew Spotfire? That's the only thing that they knew. So what I would do is I would go up to Tools, and I would drop down to Statistica, and then I would hook up that flow that we have, and it's sitting on a local disk. And so if I'm looking there, it is actually here. That's SPFST01, and then so this is the flow here, SPFST01, and it has inputs. It's that historical credit data that we saw on the front of the flow on the far left. I can manipulate parameters. We're going to do some other videos where we'll show you how to do that. And then we have outputs, and the simple output here is that one subset at the very end that I showed you what are the most important predictors. All right. So I haven't really done anything other than just connect to that workspace. And then the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, I'm going to leave the input itself as it is. So the workflow will just execute. It could be a database. It could do on a trigger, an event trigger, or on a schedule, etc. to actually execute. I want to provide the output available here in this workspace. So what I'm going to do is this subset is the node that we looked at, right? If we go back here, this is just wanting to know if we want to auto save. This is the subset, right? So I'm basically, I want to make this data available to this user, and so that's what we're doing here. And so it is subset and then data table. So what I'm telling it is that to create a new data table each time it's run, and then I just click OK. All right, and that's it. And now that data is going to be available, because if I go up here and I say, give me a new visualization, and let's just make a table, simple table, and I change the data source to that output that we're getting from that workflow, which was subset, and then I click close, and that's it. I mean, that is all that I need to do. I could add a visualization based on this table. I could do like a bar chart, and then I have it. Let's do the actual chi-square. The wrong data table. Hang on. Let me give the data table would be this data table, not the credit scoring data, but the actual subset. All right, and then the value will be the chi-square, which is the test statistic for that. And anyway, you get the idea. I can basically create any chart that I want to based on this data. Where is this data coming from? It's actually coming from this workflow. So working together, data science is a team sport. So we can have players create these workflows. We can have players use the output of these workflows. So hopefully that was useful, and I hope you follow me. I'm going to be doing a bunch of these on this series with how to set different parameters and do different things with this integration. Thanks.